How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So, Rock Chuck Olympics, what did you think?
I had an absolute blast. I traveled all over doing a whole bunch of different things, and I had an absolute blast. One of the most fun things I've been to in a long time, and some really cool dudes out there to hang out with for a few days.
I had way more fun than I anticipated. Obviously, I was out of my comfort zone. I don't know how you felt, but it was fun anyway.
Yeah. I wouldn't say maybe slightly out of my comfort zone, but yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. I didn't know what to expect because they didn't tell us what we were going to do.
Exactly. It was just like, hey, come on over. We're going to have fun and going to get to hang out with some really cool people. And I'm like, I'm in. And then once we were there,
Yeah.
It's like, so here's what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, so this is the Hidden Rock Chuck stage. I just kind of want you to talk me through it, see what you were thinking, what you were doing, things that you wish you had possibly done different, and we'll just go from there.
Sure. Let's do it.
Well, here we are at Stage 1 Hidden Rock Chucks.
Is about to go down.
This is geared towards the hunters. Basically, they're going to walk down this road with the carbine, and they're going to have
And so
markers.
this
where
one,
they're gonna
he
shoot
said,
from,
"Oh,
and they're
hey,
gonna have a
Adam,
flag
this
that's
one's
gonna
going to
tell
be be
them what
geared to
direction to
you."
look. They've got to scan the
But
hillside.
I still
look through
didn't
the
know
bushes,
what to
spot
expect
randomly
whatsoever.
painted targets and engage them with 2 shots each.
In this
Well, you're
environment,
one of the
that's going
hunters
to
in the
present
group.
A challenge for sure. You know, these guys are all new
Well,
to this area.
hunting
and,
can mean a whole lot of
good
different
luck to
things.
them finding those targets and making those hits.
Well, here we are. We're at Stage 1. Hootie Hoo is going to kick this whole thing off. What are you thinking?
I'm excited. I'm just going to get in the zone and do my thing. Hopefully it works out good.
So do you have a strategy for attacking this one?
No, I think I'm going to turn my ears
I
off.
really didn't have a plan
bang
whatsoever,
Let her rip, Tater
aside
Chip.
from starting on one power
100%.
on the
Ooh, I
scope,
like
and then if
that.
I
That's
needed it, I was
100%,
going to crank
100%
more.
prediction.
I mean, I was trying to go as fast as I could, but slow at the same time. And I figured I was going to do everything shouldered to try to make up some of that. Don't try to go prone, don't kneel, any of that. But I ran the whole course on 4 power zoom. Those were 1-4s we were using, if I'm not mistaken. But I ran the whole thing on 4 power. The biggest thing that tricked me or surprised me was the size of those rock chuck targets. Even in this video, it's kind of hard to tell how big they were. Some of these targets are not much bigger than your hand. Maybe even slightly skinnier than my hand. So when you're talking about from the shoulder with an AR with not much magnification, those are not easy shots. They're difficult shots.
And on top of that, we had the stress of having to find them, having to move.
Yeah, like right here, like you're shooting through the trees. You know, if you're not right at the same spot, that's hard to find them. That was a good target to show the size. I mean, that thing is 3 inches tall. And some of those were, how far did some of those go out? Maybe 150, 175?
Yeah, some of them were pretty far, and that's the thing. We had no idea, right? We were running and gunning, and we were having to find them. We're on the clock, and we're having to shoot them as fast and as possible and as precisely as
Yeah, I
possible.
mean, look at that picture right there. You can't see it with your eyeballs. Like, where the heck is the target? I think there I'm looking the wrong way. That one right there, you literally can't see the target. And some of them weren't painted either. That one is painted. There's one of those flashbangs too.
That's
But
blinking.
the biggest thing again on this was the size of the targets. When you think shooting steel, a lot of times your brain goes towards those IPSC targets, which, I mean, that's a piece of cake shooting those unless you're, 300 or 400 yards out maybe.
I don't know how many rounds I got.
But those, it's like shooting a rat essentially. Where I'm from, we don't have rock chucks, so I didn't even know what that meant until we got there. But essentially, it's like shooting a rat. Like,
Yeah, some of those were pretty small, and I was amazed at how small they were.
I didn't even get to the end
I
target.
like those flashbangs.
I missed 2, I think, up at the front, but that was part of my strategy. If I knew it was an easy shot, go ahead and send another one at it and get 2 points off of
Did my
a
best.
sure, easy shot.
It was hit. I mean, it was gone.
But did you make it all the way to the end?
Yeah, I did,
Now I
and it
wanna
was
see what
far,
everybody else
really
gets.
far.
Yeah. So it ended up being.
That is
I didn't know it
an
at the
shot.
time, but that probably
And
ended up
there's
helping me.
two where you're kind of shooting through branches.
I
I'm
like
gonna
how
turn
you're
my
a
scope
gamer.
down to
You
one
turn
to
your
throw
scope down to
everybody off.
1 to throw everybody off in case we're watching.
All right, so you shot the stage. How did it go?
I was happy
So much
with the
fun.
score,
So 20 points
but
possible.
I was
I got 17
trying to strive for
right now.
perfection, so
I'm
I
pretty
was a
happy
little
with
bit
that.
down
Not
that
an
I
easy
didn't get a
course,
perfect score.
offhand AR.
If you did one thing, if you were going to do it again right now, what would you do differently?
Honestly, nothing.
But when
Awesome.
I finished that,
See the
in my
target, hit
mind,
the
I was
target. If I
thinking,
missed,
I think I did
take
okay.
another shot.
Hopefully that's going to be hard to
and I
beat,
probably
but
would go with that again.
I'm up against the
After seeing the
experts
target,
here.
some up at the front
We'll
are
see what
easier than
happens.
Some of the ones further back, and get those points while you have a confident target.
Well, that is a great start to the event.
So now that you've had time to think about it, would you do anything different?
I really don't think so, except for hit more targets and be more, even more focused on trigger squeeze and where I'm holding. Now, at those distances, there essentially wasn't any holdover. You know, we're dead on holds, but I still missed some. Why I missed, I don't know. Trying to rush it, trying to be fast. But I think I would probably still approach it the same way.
The last one you needed to hold over, and that's the reason I missed. I actually even went prone when I realized how far it was, and I just aimed right at it because I thought I don't want to aim over and then miss over, because I hate that feeling. And sure enough, I aimed right at it, and it went right under it. That's what they told me, because they were glassing, and I thought, crap, oh well. I only had one shot at it, but they were challenging, and the last one was really hard to find because it was farther than everything else. So, I wasn't looking as far as I should have. But anyway, you ran it pretty quick.
I was trying my best. There was another one. We saw it in the video just now where I was looking at the completely wrong angle, and that cost me quite a bit of time too. But scanning, they were not easy to find.
No.
They didn't stick out like a huge elk on the hillside. They're little bitty thing. Some of them were painted white, some of them weren't.
Yeah.
They were. There wasn't a single one that was like, oh, that's super obvious right there. Pretty much all of them you had to kind of hunt for them.
So when you missed your very first target, did that change anything?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Anyway,
Just
it was
keep on
a
going.
good run, man. So congrats on that. You had one of the highest scores. You had 17, and you ran it pretty quick. So that was actually pretty good performance.
I was just trying my best, just like I did on all the other ones.
Yeah. Well, you did well. Good job.
Thanks.
All right, man. Thanks for being here, and I appreciate the commentary. And if you guys want to see the full series, go to Ultimate Reloader. He's got it all. I'm going to put a link in the description below.